What if technology was bound only by the limits of our imagination? Innovations in any industry often begin with a simple, what if? What if there was an eco-friendly way to light production without sacrificing quality, saving precious time, energy, and money? What if production lights could last a lifetime without ever needing to change a bulb? What if your entire production could be lit perfectly at maximum efficiency? What if your entire production could be powered by this? LEDs. What if? Answered.
Hi, I'm Jan Crittenden with Panasonic. I'm the product manager for our AVC Cam line of products, which means that I'm the busiest girl in this booth this week. I have two very, very exciting products. One being this AF100. It's a 4/3 inch imager recording to AVC Cam, and it promises to deliver in December for about $6,000. But what does that really mean? I mean, it's a 4/3 imager. That means that you're going to get a depth of field focus that's more similar to a 35 millimeter camera. And so that gives that artistic reason to do certain things with focus, follow focus, rack focus. And this camera is going to be able to do that. Now, of course, it's a 4/3 inch imager. It's the same imager that's in our Lumix camera, but keep in mind that this camera is the first 4/3 imager, full-size imager that is optimized to record high definition. So where a lot of the DSLRs will record video, what they do is they end up recording a lot of aliasing. There's no processing to resolve those types of issues. The audio is kind of a back-end solution, and frankly, as a professional, most professionals would rather be, they'd rather pull a camera out of the box and plug in their XLR audio, get full uncompressed audio, and make a go of it. And that's what we're going to deliver with this camera. As I said, it does record to AVC Cam, which is the AVC HD, but it's been optimized in a professional domain. And frankly, I think that when you start looking at our AVC Cam signal, it looks better than any long-op recording out there. It is H.264, MPEG-4. It looks fabulous. So I'm very excited about this. And as you can see from the display case, what we've got going in here is the fact that you can mount virtually anybody's lens to it. I'm standing here with a PL mount because it didn't make it for my setup yesterday. By the end of the day, this will be inside the case, so I don't have to hang on to it. But I'm able to attach PL mounts, Nikon lenses, Olympus lenses.
Panasonic. Ideas for life.
Welcome to British Columbia, Vancouver, Canada. Some of you have maybe seen those lights behind me, actually, that cauldron. It was lit during the Olympic Games here in Vancouver during the Winter Games, but it's lit again now for the Paralympic Winter Games, and they are running just now here in Vancouver. And we from the International Paralympic Committee here are actually there to broadcast the Paralympic Winter Games on the internet and live. Hey, my name is Jochen and we are in a office which is the International Paralympic Committee's office in the Broadcast Center, and we're trying to run a kind of multitasking operation here. This is the so-called master control, where we have a audio multi-matrix and we have a switcher, and we have, for example, as well the Key Pro. This little tiny box is already very helpful for us here. At this time, the Key Pro is recording the ice sledge hockey match between Sweden and Italy, and we use it simply to play back later, because now we are live with the alpine skiing while this match is taking place. So the commentators are commentating, the voice and the mix is recorded here, and once the alpine ski is finished, we have an easy way to play back. We don't have to use an editing system, it just stop, go to the beginning, play out again, and so we have a kind of easy playback machine for our live stream, what we deliver to the world. So before we even start thinking of recording anything, we need to see how we get actually the proper pictures and the proper sound in this whole system. We have 3-4 commentary booths with commentators commentating parallel to the different signals, and all our signals coming in on an SDI embedded audio video cable. So we need first to de-embed this audio signal in this little box there, where the SDI cables are arriving. We have the AM de-embedders from Asia. We take the international sound out, and then we'll send the international sound to the commentary booth. In the commentary booth, the commentators can listen to the international sound. They do their commentary, and we'll take that return signal from the commentators back into this audio matrix. We'll mix it here on the table for the different commentary positions, and finally we'll embed it again into the SDI signal, where it then finally goes to the recording machines. Now we move from that side, where actually the control is of all the signals, the cables run behind me, back to all the recording machines here in this room, where we have about 7-8 recording machines, Mac Pros with Kona cards, MacBook Pros with IO HDs, and 1 or 2 more Key Pros, where actually all the signals arriving with a matrix, we can switch whatever signal to whatever recording system. We'll record in HD, some in PAL, the rest in NTSC, and that's where we record all the pictures for our archive. Actually, it's not the first time that we're using Asia equipment for running this kind of operation. We were already very happy to have the IO HDs in Beijing during the Paralympic Summer Games in China. And at that time already we were recording on this equipment. We took home maybe 1/3 of the whole footage to our archives in Germany, to the headquarters in Bonn. This time we're taking all the 300 hours of footage back home, recorded on digital hard drives through those Asia equipment. And I must say one more thing. Whenever we had a problem on an issue, I was just getting on my email or the telephone and called somebody from Asia, and we always got immediate response, and we really thankful and grateful for that. And through that contact, through support, we finally get in touch this year for this Paralympic Winter Games project again.
AJA is a trusted advisor for us in a complex world of codecs and frame rates.
We've had tremendous success with the Aja boxes. They have been reliable for us for many, many years now.
Whatever has an AJA logo on it, the quality has been fantastic. The quality of AJA products have been outstanding, and that's across all of their different product lines, which is the video capture cards, the mini converters, the IOHD.
They're committed to delivering to the industry a product that performs and raises the bar from where we were to going to a higher place. We just have seen AJA follow through with what our industry needs and listen to.
There's any of those different products we use on a daily basis.
The IOHD, the cross-conversion capability, has proven to be fantastic. It's so varied out there these days that the IOHD and the Kona cards make it really easy.
Kona 3's up-down and cross-conversion has made the delivery process simple. We can look at different HD output formats and even HD and SD simultaneously.
The most important thing about the FS1s is that they handle anything in, anything out, up, down, cross. It's a fantastic, reliable box that we utilize every day.
Just remember, if you like what you saw on the screen, then AJA helped get us there.
So one of the things that's getting huge buzz here at NAB is the AJA Key Pro. Now what this is essentially is a hard drive interface for your camera. Now it's not just a hard drive interface, there's a lot of those, but the problem is a lot of these cameras are capturing to XD Cam, or they're capturing to HD DVC Pro, or they're capturing to lots of different formats. Most of us just want Apple ProRes. We just want it to be Apple ProRes. We just want it to record that way. We want more bandwidth, we want more quality, and we want it to be able to just drop into Final Cut, and that's exactly what this does. So what you can do here is if I turn this around, check this out. I can get into component. I have SDI, I have HDMI, I have analog audio. All of this stuff can be brought straight into here. It can come out of almost any camera. So we're not talking about this needing to be compatible with a certain camera. You don't have to check it. All it has to have is an HDMI out, which is just about every little camera. You also, SDI component. Almost every camera made has that output. So now you can get out to almost any camera into something that's going to record. And what is it going to record to? You can record to S/S cards, but you can record to a drive. There it is. It's now a FireWire 800 drive that you can plug in and pull out. So you can drop this thing in, you can replace it, you could have a couple cartridges if you needed it, but that's going to hold a lot of data. And it's all going to be an Apple ProRes, so you can simply drop it straight in to what you need to do. So you can just go into the edit in Final Cut and boom, you're editing. On top of that, you can set this thing up for Wi-Fi and control it with your iPhone. In the end, this is, of all the products we've seen this year, revolutionary. Hi everyone, welcome to Amsterdam. We're here covering IBC, which is basically the NAB of Europe, and it's a lot like NAB. A lot of production tools. Everyone's speaking another language most of the time, but outside of that, pretty much the same. And so I had a few things that I was looking for specifically, and I found a lot of them. So I'm going to walk you through and just show you a handful of things that we found here at IBC in Amsterdam. So we're here at AJA, and a couple years ago you saw me talk about the Key Pro. The Key Pro, of course, is the ultimate hard drive solution for recording from REX1s. So that's what we use it for mostly. But from any camera, outputs from your mixer, outputs from wherever. You have SDI in, you have analog in, you have HDMI in, you have all those outs. You can record to a drive, you pop this little drive out, and you send it out. So we talked about all of that, and we were really excited about it. The only problem is that there were a lot of times we wish we had something just a little bit smaller and a little bit cheaper. And that is what they've done right here. So this is the Key Pro Mini. Now this is $19.95, so this is half the price, and it's about half the size. So what we have here is, of course, it's all digital, so there's no Right. What you don't have here is, except for the audio, you don't have any analog in and analog out. They just couldn't fit it in there. It doesn't do the up-down convert that you're kind of used to with most of the AJA products. Once again, they couldn't fit it. But you do have HDMI in, you have SDI in, you have LTC in, you've got length so that you can control it with the camera or back and forth. You got a LAN. I think that's mostly for a setup. And then of course you have mic. You can add plus 48 or get a line. And then you have there's your power. It's the regular 4. And what you have here are 2 CF cards, 2 independent CF cards, so you can't have them span over that while you're recording, but they are pretty nifty. And so if you're looking for something a little bit more portable that's going to get you out, you can attach it to your camera. If you look over here, you'll see one of these that is you've got a nice plate. I think the plate's about $75 that you can hook onto your railing and pop this up here. Of course, there's I believe a V-mount option. There's a bunch of other options that you can add to these to really embed them with the camera. So if you're looking for that great way to especially record Apple ProRes straight from your camera and not have to deal with any of the in-between, and have this kind of great little setup. We have found that the Key Pro has been just key to our pipeline, and having the Key Pro Mini is going to make it that much better when we need something just a little bit less expensive and a little bit smaller.
What if technology was bound only by the limits of our imagination? Innovations in any industry often begin with a simple, what if? What if there was an eco-friendly way to light production without sacrificing quality, saving precious time, energy, and money? What if production lights could last a lifetime without ever needing to change a bulb? What if your entire production could be lit perfectly at maximum efficiency? What if your entire production could be powered by this? LEDs. What if? Answered.
Hi, I'm Jan Crittenden with Panasonic. I'm the product manager for our AVC Cam line of products, which means that I'm the busiest girl in this booth this week. I have